Hey guys, don't go anywhere. We're talking Modern Family Season 8, Episode 3 next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I know, we need a drum set. Oh, I like it. I like the lights.
I know, he's killing it over here. Killing Gabriel.
Well, hey guys, welcome to the after show for Modern Family on AFTERBUZZ TV. It is Season 8, Episode 3, Blindsided, and I like that kind of play on words and how they're copying the Sandra Bullock Blindsided movie. Well, guys, tell everyone how they can find you on social media. I'll let you guys go first.
Hey guys, I'm Gabriel Gonzalez. You can find me on Twitter at Double G on TV. Check out my profile. I did an exclusive interview with Abby Scott.
Oh.
And you guys can find me online at Athletchick. That's ATHLETCHIC.
And you guys can find me everywhere at Nikki Preston TV.
Awesome.
So what did you guys think of the show tonight? We had so much going on. It was titled Blindsided, kind of like the Sandra Bullock film Blindside. And it was, I love Modern Family. What did you guys think of the show?
I thought it was very interesting. I think this is the first episode where we're really setting up the future of all the families. So Haley, now that she's not at the fashion, with the fashion designer, trying to get to the next stage of her life. Luke, his last year of high school, and Manny getting there too. So I thought it was interesting, and as always, they did it in Modern Family fashion.
Exactly, and I feel like Luke was growing up kind of fast, Luke and Mandy. I feel like they were just in, I don't know, like 8th or not, I don't know, maybe 10th grade. How are they seniors?
I was just about to say that. It's so weird to see them like grown up, and Luke is a senior, and I just can't even believe it. It's crazy.
They play by TV rules, so like unless they actually say what grade they're in, they sometimes take creative liberty and just jump them forward if they're getting too tall to they're not actually still freshmen, they're getting older. So
I know, but I want to drag out the process because my fear, no, seriously, every time they go away to college or whatever, I'm always worried the show is going to change too much. Like, I love it how they keep Haley around a lot, staying at home, and then Alex, same thing. She's always home. Now she's sick and has mono, another excuse to be home. So that's my biggest fear, but I think with Modern Family, they do a good job of still keeping the kids around and keeping the show good.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Alex still has mono, and she did not say one word throughout that episode, but she's holding up her notepad with the words on it. And
you should have done the intro like that. Welcome to Modern Family episode.
Oh, you should have told me that before. That's such a good idea.
It was a good idea. Hey, it's 5 minutes late. I'm sorry, guys.
But I loved it how Haley beat her to the joke because Alex, she was trying so fast to write down a joke like, oh, my brother Luke is so stupid, and write something fast enough, and she just couldn't do it fast enough.
And then Haley
beat
does
it. I know, and throws it away.
So I was thinking about you too during that because you said
Really?
you had mono.
I did have mono.
Did you have to not talk for 2 days?
No, I didn't do well. Honestly, it really wasn't that bad. So I'm wondering if there's different levels of mono if I really didn't have that bad of a case, because I didn't even realize I had mono. I just happened to go to the doctor because I had a sore throat, and he's like, oh, you have mono. You have to stay home for a month. And I'm like, yes, I didn't even know how this happened. And then it was actually harder trying to get back to school because I was sleeping so much, and to get back to dance class and all of that was more difficult than actually when I first started out with mono.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I thought that was so funny that she couldn't talk, and she's trying to write jokes down, and nobody gets it because they're just like not smart enough to understand what she's talking about.
I like the one, she's promoting the hookah bar, and then she writes like, is that why you're dressed like a hookah?
Yeah.
And she starts laughing and no one understands.
And then just mad at her dad like
It wasn't quite as bad as I thought, because I thought the way Haley was dressed, I'm like, oh, she did the walk of shame. She was out with some guy last night. And maybe she was at the club, but she was really just promoting for her new job. And even though, she is kind of a partier, I do feel like there's maybe potential in that industry for her.
I think it was really cool to see her just like as a boss, as a leader. Like, you have all these other just party, seemingly lazy people, and she's the one like whipping them into shape. I thought that
she
was
has like a
pretty
little
fun.
bit of Claire in her. She was doing exactly that. She was like yelling at the girls and telling them like how they should be taking pictures, and she was really strict about it. So I thought it was cute.
It was fun to see her like that. And then Phil was trying to sell a house that someone died in, and I'm wondering, because they really didn't tell us, Once Haley got all her friends in there who promoted the house, do you think that Phil was actually able to sell the house to one of those kids, or?
Yeah, that creepy girl who's like into that, you know,
Yeah.
it's like
Show me where it
someone died
happened.
in this house. I'm in. And I was like,
yeah.
that's brilliant. That's the only person who would buy something like that.
I would be way too freaked out.
Oh my
Could you guys
gosh,
ever live in a
no.
home that someone died in?
I mean, every time something's like,
Yeah.
I'd have that reaction.
I know. I totally think it was haunted. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen those shows with like the haunted houses? People move in and they're like, "Oh, the moment that I walked in, I knew there was something weird."
you
It's like,
hear a
then
creak.
get the hell out of the
I
house.
know, exactly.
You know, hey, believe it or not, I spent the night in a haunted hotel room. You know, there's supposed to be a ghost and all that. I
Oh
was
my
so
gosh.
disappointed. Nothing happened. I was up
That's
to
a
like,
good thing.
Yeah.
1 a.m. like, come on. And then eventually I was just like, man,
You gotta stay awake till 3.
I
3
got
is
robbed.
like
That's the number? That's
like
That's
the
the magic
hour
number.
of all the ghost comes
That's
out.
the witching hour.
It is. I watched the show and that's what they said at 3 o'clock. All the ghost comes out. So now you know when I wake up at 3 a.m. I have to turn all the lights on. I'm scared. I turn the TV on. I'm like I can't sleep for a full hour now because they're gonna get me.
So you can stay up and watch Modern Family.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually, you know, you got to turn the Disney Channel on because the Disney
Yes.
Channel has no scary commercials,
It's true.
and that's what I do.
You are so much like me. Oh my gosh. Anything, that's kiddish or happy, I feel like it scares the ghosts away.
I
They're
know.
not going to come in there.
That's my theory. Yeah.
When my roommate, if she's not coming home or if she's going to be home late, first of all, I walk through the whole apartment. I check the closet. I check under the bed. I turn on all the lights. I'm like, I just need to make sure that I can walk around and I'm safe in here.
So no potential what did he call it? Charlie's Mansion. House
Charlie's
fires here.
Mansion.
No,
I thought-
I'm a baby. No.
I want to throw it back to one old episode when he had like the rival realtor and
Oh my
he
gosh,
called her
I
the
love
Nightmare on
that
Elm
episode.
Street because she sold a lot of houses on Elm Street. And I thought they would bring that joke back, but it was funny. It was very cute. It was very. That's how Phil would sell a house. So
Yeah.
I think par for the course.
Now let's get back to Luke and Manny. They're running for class president, and Luke is not doing good in school. It's really the only way that he has to get into college. He's got to get in some extracurricular activities. And poor Manny, this is all he ever wants to do, all he ever hopes for. And of course, I was wondering, I'm like, will brains or popularity win? Who's gonna win? Did you guys feel like Manny was gonna win, or?
I don't know. I actually thought they were going to do a thing like a cop-out, like they're both president, they're like co-presidents.
That's what I was thinking,
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking. I don't know if necessarily popularity. Luke isn't, nerdy like Manny, but I wouldn't say, he's necessarily captain of the football team. So that was
Right.
kind of... I found it weird. I thought he was going to say something stupid on the microphone when he got it, but it was just like, oh, whatever.
Same thing, or whatever he said. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Did you guys ever run for class president?
No,
I
that
knew
wasn't.
me
I
either.
knew that wasn't going to happen.
I could see you, Jesse, running for class
I
president.
could too.
I
seem
didn't.
like-
I didn't. I have no ideas. People get up there and they're
Wait.
like, "Oh, we're gonna."
Were you in ASB or something like that?
What's that?
Like
I don't even know what that
associated,
is. Yeah,
like the ones that put together all the pep rallies and all the
Oh
school
no!
events.
Can't say that I
Yeah,
was.
you, Nikki.
No, I didn't have much pep. I mean, I spent every night dancing or playing softball.
So
I
you're one
didn't-
of the popular girls.
No, I actually was not
she
popular
would've
in
won.
school. No,
Yeah.
no, I
I
wasn't.
mean, I don't know. Fans, tune in. Do you believe her? I don't. I was the yearbook guy. That got me nowhere.
Were you were on like every
Yes.
page of the yearbook?
Okay, and
you
the
had
second they all found out, I was the head guy in charge of the yearbook for 4 years. So the only thing I ever got out of it was when people found out, they would all be like, "You're gonna use our picture, right? You're gonna put my picture front and center." And I'd always, especially with the girls, I'd be like, "Sure, no."
I never wanted to be in it because it seems like they always got the worst pictures. They got like these weird side angles, and I
It's
was like,
high
I would prefer
school,
not,
you know.
not to be in it.
We still take those bad pictures. We just feel better about them because
Exactly.
we pick our filters.
Exactly. We can edit. We can pick our filters. My one friend has this one app now where she can add makeup to her face. I mean, totally.
That would be perfect for Haley.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
should
if she
tell
really-
her about that app so
What?
she can.
they should use that in an episode.
Yeah.
Well, remember that one episode where the whole episode was they were doing FaceTime or they were doing that was really original and a fun idea. Maybe they can do something creative like that again.
I think that would be cool. Like they're all just on FaceTime again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was just thinking it had to be so hard to act that out and to be talking to the screen the way they did.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I think they always execute it well. They do such a great job.
Yeah.
And then
I was just gonna say, when you think about how many years this cast has been together and how they've really grown with each other, I think it's probably very easy for them to imagine, like, hey, you know, Sofia Vergara's there, or, you know, all of them, and just work off of each other even though they're not there. So I think that's probably why it's so successful for them to test out those kind of new shows, new types of episodes.
Exactly. And tell me, guys, I'm so curious if the cast hangs out, if some of them are buddies. I always want to know, because you always hear these crazy stories about how the cast doesn't get along and, you know, they're real petty. So I'm wondering if they really are like a big family, or if they secretly, like, you know, if Claire and Gloria secretly, like, hate each other and, like, feel like they have to compete or something.
I don't know if you guys remember, I think once upon a time, like, they were both up for the supporting actress category in the Emmys for, you know, and obviously both Modern Family, and then one, I think Sophia got it, but then what's her name, Julie Bowen was really cool about it, and I think they always seem to be pretty chill. They look like a family when they're on, you know, the award shows.
They do, yeah.
I want to hope they do. I think they're close. We hope
so.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, AfterBuzz TV fans, do you think we get along all the time? Or the second the camera goes off, it's like, you know, get away from me, Gabriel.
I know, we try to not let him in today, so.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
It's not very nice, guys.
He was like 1 minute late, so we're like, we don't want you. You're
Have
not
I
allowed.
told
We're
you
starting
how?
to watch this.
Have I ever told you how annoying I think fake blondes are? Ooh, no, just kidding.
Well, so now let's get to, since we're being a little petty here, let's get to the pettiness.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I love it how Cam brings home Dwight, the football player. He cares so much about winning that he doesn't want the kid to move back to Florida. Doesn't tell Mitch, like usual, you know, always tries to spring something on him last minute. And Mitch has Pepper's dog for the weekend, just to kind of be like, fine, if you're going to bring someone home, then I'm going to bring this annoying dog home for the weekend. Have you guys ever done anything like that in relationships? Any type of pettiness like that?
I have actually recently. I had a huge dog similar to that. I started laughing so hard because similar situation. I have a really small apartment, and I had this dog come in the house, and it was just like, I love this dog, but it was like its tail wagging was knocking everything over. I had to lock my cats up and keep them in a separate room, and then I had to sleep out with the dog, and the dog kept trying to get up on the couch, and it was a disaster. But
See,
I survived.
I'm more the one who owns, like, the dog, like Pepper's dog, you know. And mind you, he's a monster. I could not find anybody to take him, so actually I had to pay one of my friends to come to my house and just, like, you know, he doesn't like other people, so he would have to, like, distract my dog, send him to the other side of the fence. He'd grab the bowl, put it back outside, and shut the door before my dog ran back around.
So much work, Gabriel. I'm never coming to your house. I'm really not a dog person, so you can forget that. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me now because I know, like, most of America loves animals. His
is a big dog.
I know. I'm so glad you're on that side of the desk.
I'm probably safer over on this side.
I know. I mean, I feel very blindsided.
Funny. No, but I'm kind of like that too, and I'm like, why am I being so childish? So the last person I dated, a little bit messy, leaves out dishes, and, you know, doesn't pick up. So then I'm kind of childish, and I'll, instead of cleaning like I normally do, I'll make like a big mess in the kitchen. Like one time I even dumped water all over the floor. I left all these dishes out, and I'm like, really, am I like going that low? Like, but so I can kind of relate to Mitch and Cam. Like, sometimes when you love someone, you get so worked up that you just do ridiculous stuff to kind of get back
exactly. And you get to a point where you're like, do something, or you know, come to me and ask me before you do something. You know,
I agree. I think when you get to that point of comfort with somebody, you start, you know, they know when to be cool, but they also know how to press your buttons, and they know that they're not going to get in trouble with you if they do something, you know, that someone else, it would be crossing the line. So I get what you're talking about, but I feel like for you, it sounds more like you were sick of being his mom, not his girlfriend. So it's like, you know what, two can play this game.
Exactly. I can play this game very well. That was like a little bit scary. I might scare some people.
You know the Halloween episode is in a few weeks, right? Gotta save it.
Oh, I am
Scared me.
so excited. Even though I'm
know.
such a baby and terrified, I'm
I am
already
also,
ready.
yeah.
But it's Modern Family Halloween, so you
Oh,
know they're
yeah.
gonna be fun.
So Gabriel, what are you going to be for Halloween? Have you
You
thought
know
about it yet?
what? I don't know. You know, I'm thinking of putting together like a Super Mario costume because I just have
Ooh.
that skin complexion that I'm told that just works, and then with the hat and grow out my mustache, I think that'll be realistic.
I love Mario.
Do you want to
I
be
do
Princess
too.
Peach?
Oh my gosh, you should be.
Yes.
Maybe we could actually.
Right?
I don't have.
And you
I
could
gotta
be
get
like
pink
a-
I'll
dress.
be like Luigi or
Like a
something.
female version though, like Luisa.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh,
We
There's
Luigi.
a
Yeah,
green
okay.
one.
I was like,
Hey, and then you know when we start the show, dun 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 dun.
I know that'll be very interesting. So guys, you can like dress up too if you have any cool Halloween costumes or any ideas that you want to give us. Then yeah, send it our
Right.
way. Tweet, Instagram,
Yes.
any of that.
ABTV Modern Family is our hashtag, correct? Yeah.
Yes, it
Correct.
is.
do it.
Yes, and Nikki Preston TV, send them to me. I love seeing great costumes as well. So then I kind of want to get back to where was it here? I want to get back to Gloria and Jay
Yeah.
and how they were kind of acting childish themselves too, and went as far as to try to like discourage Luke from becoming class president because it's too much work to put the speech together. I mean, that's his grandpa. I mean, come on, really?
It's funny after all that, and then as Jay's leaving, he's just like, "Bye, Grandpa,"
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Bye, kiddo."
All like casual and
Like,
whatever.
let's
Like, it's
bring
no
it back
big
to earth.
deal,
Like,
yeah.
that's my grandpa who just told me not to run.
And then also I was wondering, Cam and Mitch never stopped to think about how Lily's going to feel bringing Dwight in. You could kind of see when she was sitting in the stands that she felt like a little jealous or a little bit like,
She's like fed up because
Yeah.
she like wakes up in the morning, she tries to eat cereal, he's ate all the cereal. She goes to get a sandwich, the dog grabs it out of her hand, and she comes out and she's like, I've ate a lozenge for
for lunch.
lunch.
And you notice she's holding on to like the huge tub of popcorn now. Like,
Yeah.
finally.
I know, like poor girl, like what did she chop liver there?
Yeah.
My favorite part though was like when she's trying to get the cereal, and then she's like, "This was full yesterday," and then when she reaches for the milk, and he's like, "You're just gonna be disappointed."
I know, that was great. I loved it.
And she's like, I hid 5 cookies or something behind the toaster.
So
He's
I
like, I got
found
those.
those too.
No.
So I'm wondering, because Modern Family doesn't usually do this, but I wonder if they're going to keep Dwight in some of the episodes, if we'll see him next week and kind of keep a little bit of the same storyline going.
Yeah.
They kept the mono thing going with Alex, and so it'll be interesting. I think it's time to do some predictions here.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
This is a little like zombie-ish or Halloween-ish too, actually.
It is. It definitely
It's Halloween
is.
every
Yes.
week.
It is every week. So Jesse, do you want to go first?
Or do you want to go
No,
first? You
good.
always,
Ladies
don't you
first.
always go first? Okay.
No.
So my
It's only because
predictions.
she pressures me.
Oh, okay.
Like, you better go first.
I know. I think that we'll see where Haley's business takes her. Hopefully Alex will be done with her mono and she can talk again, because I missed her this episode. She was so funny in the little parts that she had. And then I'm thinking that maybe we'll get to see Luke as class president and see how he handles that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, hopefully.
Yeah, it might make him more mature too.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're due for maybe an Alex-centric episode, especially with as many headlines that Ariel Winter's making. I feel like the
Yeah.
show really wants to maybe take advantage of that. And I always love just Manny and Gloria storyline. I think their dynamic is so fun ever since season 1. So I always like to see that. And yeah, I agree. Luke as class president.
It's kind of way out there. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love to see the whole Dunphy family get mono, and then Alex is better.
Oh my
and they're all
gosh.
holding up signs and trying to like write messages to
That
each
would
other.
be hilarious.
That'd be funny.
I really hope it happens. And probably not, but you never know.
Here's a good question. Of all the characters on Modern Family, who do you think would be the funniest with the notepad if they couldn't talk?
Wow, that's a hard one.
I gotta go with Phil. I mean, Phil is so funny. Why? Who are you thinking?
I was actually thinking Gloria, because you know how her
She-
personality
oh
is
my
so big.
gosh.
Can you imagine her having to be like write it out?
Maybe
and then,
she would have to be like overly like
right.
like-
One word would be on like one page. and
yeah,
she-
like animated because
Right,
she doesn't
like
have a
Jay.
voice now.
no one would be able to read it. They'd be like, "What language is this
And
in?"
then
You know?
she says in Spanish. And she storms off every time they can't get it.
I was actually thinking, I know she's a little bit young, but I think Lily would actually be kind of funny, to be honest.
She's hilarious.
She's so sarcastic and she's smart. So I
she
think
is super smart.
I think she would do a great job with that. So guys, maybe that's an idea for like next season or something.
I like that.
So that's and I still want to see like more love interest. Like I want to see Haley and Alex have someone. I want to see Manny. I don't know. I would like that. I guess deep down I'm like a hopeless romantic or something. We already know, the adults are together, so I want to see the kids get paired up with someone.
I think that'd be good. I think Lily would be a cute one to see next. Maybe she gets a little crush on Dwight or something.
Like puppy love.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be cute.
That would be really cute, actually.
I like it.
It would be nice, if he like walked her to school or something like cute, like cut up her vegetables for her or something. I don't know.
She has the childhood crush, like, hi.
You never know. It could go from her feeling like kind of a little neglected to having a crush on him.
That would be definitely surprising for her.
Yeah.
Because she seems fed up right now.
I know. Well,
I can relate. No, just kidding.
Exactly.
Well, did you guys ever feel like that growing up? Were you weren't the only child? I think Jessie,
I was the only child.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. So I don't know about you, but there were times when I got a little too much. It's like you want to escape, but then your parents are like, no, we need you to do this. And then it's like, dang it, there's no one else to pass it on to.
That's true. You can't blame it on, like, I could just be like, oh, yeah, my brother Jeff did it. It wasn't me.
So that happened to me a lot. What about you, Jess?
Oh, yeah. I was totally fed up with my brother and sister. Being the oldest, you just, you want nothing to do with them. That's why I'm like,
jealous?
I wish I was Gabriel.
I'm
done with my brother and sister. No, I'm kidding. We get along now, but no, at that age, I was... I went through the same thing Lily did. My brother would eat everything in the house. So when my mom would go grocery shopping, you better get to the fridge as fast as you can, eat as much as you can, as fast as you can, because it's gone tomorrow.
You know what? I still have, and I do it to this day. I'm afraid of like the food going, because same thing. I had a brother who would eat everything.
I know.
Even my dad. So what I would do is, because I couldn't eat as much, I would set some aside in another bowl, and I would hide it somewhere in the refrigerator.
I wasn't that smart.
And then I'm like a little squirrel. I'd like come back to it like the next day or later on or something. Because he would just like eat it instantly, so I had to look out for myself.
That's so funny.
But yeah, that's about all the time we have today for Modern Family. Once again, I'm Nikki Preston. You can find me all over social media at Nikki Preston TV, and Halloween is coming up. I'm a huge Halloween fan, so I want you to send me pictures of costume ideas or you in your costume. And where can they find you guys?
Yeah. Hey, guys, as always, find me on Twitter at Double G on TV, and check out my interview with singer-songwriter Abby Scott.
And I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me online at Athletic.
Awesome. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.